So started today's session, that is aphorism number 288 and 289, that is regarding mesmerism. First we will revise the Monday's topic, that is aphorism number 286 and 287, that is regarding the magnet therapy. Aphorism number 286 to 291, these are different therapeutic methods of treating the patients. In this first method we studied, that is magnet therapy. In this we use the magnet plates to treat the patient in different conditions, and this is used mainly in the disorders of central nervous system, that is sensitivity and irritability. This we studied in Monday's lecture, that is the magnet therapy. In this we study what is mean by magnet, then different terms that we used for the magnet, then we studied about, yes, relation between homeopathy and the magnet. After this we studied the history regarding the magnetic therapy, how magnets are used from, or what is the medical use of magnet. In this the main use of magnet started with by the Aristotle. Then after this many scientists use this magnet therapy. In this we also see what is the relation of Dr. Hahnemann. In this Dr. Hahnemann prepare the three medicines from the magnet, that is from the whole magnet, from the south pole of magnet, and from the north pole of magnet. And in this he prepared this medicine, and if these medicines acted, or if there is any aggravation by this medicine, he also prescribed, that is zincum mate. It is used as an antidote for the magnet therapy. If there are any side effects of magnet therapy, in this case we use the zincum mate as a homeopathic medicine to antidote the magnet therapy. So this point we covered. In this we also covered the points, that is regarding the types of magnet. In types of magnet we see there are two types of magnet, that is electromagnet, and second one, that is permanent magnet. After this we study the different characteristics of magnet. In this first, that is magnet having the two poles, that is south pole and north pole. Then opposite pole attract each other and same pole repel each other, then it forms the magnetic field, and magnetic field can be expand. So these are the different characteristics of magnet. After this we studied about how the what are the precautions we taken while we using the magnet therapy as a therapeutic agent. So they gave the different precautions, that how to use the magnet therapy. This part we covered in the Monday's lecture, that is aphorism number 286 and 287. Now in today's lecture we are going to start with the aphorism number 288 and 289, that is regarding the mesmerism, or also we call it as a animal magnetism. Magnet therapy we also call it as a mineral magnetism, that is magnetism, mineral magnetism and magnet therapy. These are the same terms that is used for the aphorisms 286 and 287. But aphorism number 288 and 289, these are regarding the mesmerism, and mesmerism also called as a animal magnetism. This differentiating point you have to remember, that is animal magnetism and mineral magnetism. Mineral magnetism means only magnetism or a magnet therapy, but animal magnetism means mesmerism, and this is aphorism 288 and 289. In this I will first read the aphorism number 288 and 289, and after this I will explain about what is mesmerism and what are the different types of mesmerism. So first listen aphorisms, and when I told you about writing the explanation, you have to write the explanation which I have explained and not the aphorisms. So first I will read the aphorisms. Aphorism number 288, that is, I find it yet necessary to allude here to animal magnetism as it is termed, or rather mesmerism, as it should be called in reference to Mesmer, its first founder, which differs so much in its nature from all other therapeutic agents. This curative force, often so stupidly denied and disdained for a century, acts in different ways. It is a marvelous, priceless gift of a God to mankind by means of which the strong will of a well intentioned person upon a sick one by contact, and even without this, even at some distance, can bring the vital energy of the mesmer, healthy mesmerizers endowed with this power into another person dynamically, just as one of the poles of a powerful magnetic rod upon a bar of steel. It acts in part by replacing in the sick whose vital force within the organism is deficient here and there, in part also in other parts where the vital force has accumulated too much and keeps up irritating nervous disorders. It turns it aside, diminishes and distributes it equally, and in general extinguishes the morbid condition of the life principle of the patient and substitute in its place the normal of the mesmerist, acting powerfully upon him, for instance old ulcers, emesis, paralysis of single organs, and so forth. Many rapid apparent cures performed in all ages by mesmerizers endued with great natural power belong to this class. The effect of communicated human power upon whole human organism was most brilliantly shown in the resuscitation of person who had lain some time apparently dead by the most powerful sympathetic will of a man in full vigor of vital energy, and of this kind of resuscitation history records many undeniable examples. Then aphorism number 289. First, this is aphorism 288. After this 289, this is also regarding the mesmerism. All the above mentioned methods of practicing mesmerism depend upon an influx of more or less vital force into the patient, and hence are termed positive mesmerism. An opposite mode of employing mesmerism, however, as it produces just the contrary effect, deserves to be termed negative mesmerism. To this belong the passes which are used to rouse from the sleep, as also all the manual processes known by the names of soothing and ventilating. This discharge by means of negative mesmerism of the vital force accumulated to excess in individual parts of the system, undebilitated person in most surely and simply performed by making a very rapid motion of the flat extended hand held parallel to and about an inch distant from the body, from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. The more rapidly this pass is made, so much the more effectually will the discharge is effected. Thus, for instance, in the case where a previously healthy woman, from sudden suppression of her catamenia by a violent mental shock, lies to all appearance dead, the vital force which is probably accumulated in the pericardial region will by such a rapid negative pass be discharged, and its equilibrium throughout whole organism restored, so that the resuscitation generally follows immediately. In like manner, a gentle, less rapid negative pass diminishes the excessive restlessness and sleeplessness accompanied with anxiety, sometimes produced in very irritable person by too powerful positive pass. So this is aphorism number 289. So what these aphorisms tell about mesmerism? First, what is the mesmerism? It is one of the therapeutic method of treatment that can be done by communication of human power upon the human organism by a well intentioned person. So what is the mesmerism? It is a therapeutic method of communication. It is therapeutic method of communication of human power upon the human organism by a well-intentioned person powerfully exerting his will. That is, one person is powerful and other is unpowerful, for example. And in this way, the powerful person uses his will or his power to fill up the gap of that unpowerful person, and this using of power method, that we call it as a mesmerism. So definition, it is a therapeutic method of communication of human power upon the human organism. ही काय एक थेरपॅटिक मेथड आहे की कशाची, की कम्युनिकेशन करतोय आपण एका ह्युमन पॉवरची दुसऱ्या ह्युमन ऑर्गॅनिझम साठी काय करतोय, यूज करतोय त्याचा. वेल इंटेन्स्ड पर्सन, पण जी काय ज्याची आपण पॉवर यूज करतोय तो कसा पाहिजे, वेल इंटेन्स्ड पर्सन पाहिजे, विच पॉवरफुली एक्झर्टिंग हिज विल. आणि तो त्याच्या पॉवरफुली त्याचं जे काही विल आहे तो काय करणार आहे, त्याच्यावरती एक्झर्ट करणार आहे, त्याच्या पॉवरचा योग्य प्रकारे उपयोग करणार आहे. दॅट प्रोसेस वी कॉल्ड इट ॲज अ mesmerism. That is therapeutic method of communication of human power upon the human organism by a well-intentioned person powerfully exerting his will. That we call it as a mesmerism, and it is also called as a animal magnetism also. The two terms that is used, it may be mesmerism or it may be animal magnetism. The process it is called as animal magnetism, as in this we use the animal, means that is a human being's power we use, so it is called as a animal magnetism. And mineral magnetism means in this the magnetic plates we use as a therapeutic agent, hence we call it as a mineral magnetism. And in this case we use the power of a human being, so it is called as a animal magnetism. And why it is called as a mesmerism, as it is discovered by the scientist Mesmer, hence this process is called as a mesmerism. So some information about Mesmer, that is his full name was Friedrich Anton Mesmer, the ex-founder of a mesmerism. He was the founder of a method of mesmerism. His full name was Friedrich Anton Mesmer. Was born in 1734. He studied at the University of Vienna. He studied at the University of Vienna, where he became a doctor of medicine. That is, he took the education of medicine. In 1776, on his thesis, that is, while he became a doctor, his thesis was De Plantarinum Influxu, that is, which is later published in English, that we called it as on the influence of the planets of the human body. What is his thesis name? That is the influence of the planets which are present. What is the influence of that planets on the human body? This was the thesis of Dr. Mesmer at the time of when he completed his education of Doctor of Medicine, that is graduated from the medical college. At this time his thesis was on the influence of the planets on the human body, and his starting point had been the influence of the planet on the disease and health also. So this is some information about the Mesmer, that is his full name Friedrich Anton Mesmer. Then he was the founder of mesmerism method. Then he was born in 1734. He studied at the University of Vienna, and then he became the doctor of medicine in 1776 on the thesis, that is on the influence of the planets on the human body. You have to remember this small information about the Mesmer. Then he discovered that method, that we called it as a mesmerism. Then how it acts, how this method acting, that is it acts dynamically and it distributed vital energy uniformly throughout the organism. This method was acts dynamically on the human being and it is distributed vital energy uniformly throughout the organism. So this is the mesmerism. After this, the mesmerism is divided into mainly two types, that is it may be positive mesmerism or it may be negative mesmerism. and in 288 Dr. Hahnemann told that it was a wonderful method, and this was remained denied for century, that no one knows about this method for many years, and this was the drawback of medical science, that this method was not using for many years. Then in this, it acts in a part by replacing the sick whose vital force within the organism is deficient here and there. That is, in the case of mesmerism, we use this method when there is the undistribution of vital force in the body. That is, in some part of the body there is the energy is present, in other part of the body there is loss of energy. In that case, we use this method to form the uniformity in the vital energy. So this is the one of the good method that is used at the time of Hahnemann, that is the mesmerism. Then it is divided into mainly two types, that is positive mesmerism and negative mesmerism. So what is positive mesmerism? Positive mesmerism is the method of practicing mesmerism which is based upon an influx of more or less vital force into the patient by positive pass. In positive mesmerism we use the positive pass, and in negative mesmerism we use the negative pass. So in positive mesmerism, it is a practicing of mesmerism which is based upon an influx of more or less vital force. ओके, तुम्ही लिहिताय का? ओके, चालेल. Mesmerism divided into mainly two types, that is positive mesmerism and negative mesmerism. मग पॉझिटिव्ह मेस्मॅरिझम म्हणजे काय, की ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण पॉझिटिव्ह पास यूज करतो तर त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण, पॉझिटिव्ह मेस्मॅरिझम. आणि अशी मेथड की ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण नेगेटिव्ह पास यूज करतो तर त्याला आपण म्हणतो नेगेटिव्ह मेस्मॅरिझम. मग जे काय आपण पास यूज करतो त्याच्यामध्ये डिफरन्स आहे पॉझिटिव्ह पासमध्ये आणि नेगेटिव्ह पासमध्ये. मग पॉझिटिव्ह पास म्हणजे काय आणि नेगेटिव्ह पास म्हणजे काय, त्याच्या आधी जे काही बॉडीमध्ये आपलं इन्फ्लक्स ऑफ मोर और लेस व्हायटल फोर्स होतो तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण पॉझिटिव्ह पास यूज करतो. तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये पॉझिटिव्ह पास म्हणजे काय, पॉझिटिव्ह पास कन्सिस्ट ऑफ सिंगल पास made without much exertion of will. The positive pass, it is a single pass which is made without much exertion of the will with the palms of hand, not too slowly, from the top of the head downwards over the body to the tip of the toes. So positive pass, it is a single pass and it is done without much exertion of will. Yeah, it is without the much exertion of will, and it is done with the palms, that is palm of hand, not too slowly. It is not too slowly and not too fast also, and that is from the top of the head downwards over the body to the tip of the toes. मग याच्यामध्ये आपण काय करतो, डोक्यापासून पायापर्यंत एकदम मीडियम स्पीडने आपण तो पाम काय करतोय, पास करतोय. आणि इट इज अ सिंगल पास मेथड. पॉझिटिव्ह पास मेथड इट इज अ सिंगल पास मेथड. नेगेटिव्ह पास मध्ये इट इज अ मल्टिपल पास मेथड, but the positive pass, it is a single pass method and it is from the top of the head to the toe, tip of the toes, and it is a single pass method without much exertion of the will, and that we call it as a positive pass. Then the negative mesmerism. What is negative mesmerism? It is characterized by, that is, discharge of vital force accumulated to excess in individual part, that is of the system of undebilitated person, is most surely and simply performed by making a very rapid motion of the flat extended hand held parallel to and about an inch distant from the body, from the top of the head to the tip of the toes, that we called it as a negative pass. मग जे काही नेगेटिव्ह मेस्मॅरिझम आहे त्या कंडिशन, इट इज कॅरेक्टराइज्ड बाय द डिस्चार्ज ऑफ व्हायटल फोर्स. या कंडिशन मध्ये लॅकिंग ऑफ व्हायटल फोर्स आहे, किंवा इट इज अक्युमुलेटेड टू एक्सेस इन इंडिव्हिज्युअल पार्ट, की बॉडीच्या काही पार्ट मध्ये तुम्हाला एनर्जी जास्त सापडते पण काही पार्ट मध्ये अजिबात एनर्जी नाहीये. तर त्या कंडिशन मध्ये, किंवा असे सिस्टीम ऑफ अनडेबिलेटेड पर्सन, की जे खूप अनडेबिलेटेड खूप वीक पर्सन आहेत, त्या कंडिशन मध्ये आपण नेगेटिव्ह पास यूज करतो. And it most surely and simply performed by making a very rapid motion of the flat extended hand held parallel to and about an inch distant from the body. म्हणजे बॉडीपासून डिस्टंट इंच डिस्टन्स काय त्याचं डिस्टन्स आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये आपण काय करतो मल्टिपल पासेस देतो त्या कंडिशनमध्ये आणि जे काही अनडिस्ट्रीब्युशन ऑफ एनर्जी झालंय तर त्याला काय करतो पूर्ण बॉडीमध्ये इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करतो. दॅट इज द नेगेटिव्ह पास that is used as a negative mesmerism. So this is positive mesmerism and negative mesmerism. So regarding positive mesmerism, a well-intentioned mesmerizer powerfully exerting his will stream into a patient a dynamic curative power. याच्यामध्ये तो काय करतो त्याला एक डायनॅमिक क्युरेटिव्ह पॉवर देतो weak person मध्ये. This is done by the single pass, not too slowly, with the palms of hand from the top of the head downwards over the body to the tip of the toes of the patient. And again, if it is desired to supply a weakened part with a vital force, this is done by placing the hand or tip of the fingers on the part exerting a powerful, a well-intentioned will. या कंडिशन मध्ये काय करतो आपण फर्स्टली सिंगल पास देतो पण इफ इट इज नॉट सफिशियंट सिंगल पास इज नॉट सफिशियंट इन दिस केस इफ इट इज डिझायर्ड टू सप्लाय वीकंड पार्ट विथ अ व्हायटल फोर्स. एखादा असा पार्ट आहे की जो वीक आहे तर त्या कंडिशन मध्ये तुम्हाला जर आणखी व्हायटल फोर्स सप्लाय करायचा तर त्या कंडिशन मध्ये जो काही पॉवरफुल पर्सन आहे वेल इंटेन्स जो पर्सन आहे तर तो काय करतो त्या पार्ट वरती त्याचा पाम ठेवतो आणि त्याच्या थ्रू काय करतो तो त्याचा will त्याच्यामध्ये काय करतोय पास करतोय बाय द डायनॅमिक क्युरेटिव्ह पॉवर. सो दॅट इज पॉझिटिव्ह मेस्मॅरिझम. व्हॉट इज द रिलेशन ऑफ मेस्मॅरिझम अँड homeopathy or how there is relation between homeopathy and mesmerism? In this case, Hahnemann acknowledged that where the vital force is deficient, homeopathic medicines, although well selected, do not produce a result. मग याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी सांगितले वेअर द व्हायटल फोर्स इज डिफिशियंट अशा काही कंडिशन असतात की त्याच्यामध्ये व्हायटल फोर्स डिफिशियंट आहे तर त्या कंडिशन मध्ये तुम्ही जरी एक्झॅक्ट होमिओपॅथिक मेडिसिन जरी सिलेक्ट केलं तर त्या कंडिशन मध्ये तुम्हाला रिझल्ट दिसून येत नाहीये. तर त्या कंडिशन मध्ये काय बट विथ जंटल मेस्मरिक पास a revitalization or an even distribution of the vital force to the affected parts, the smallest homeopathic dose often effects wonder. तर या कंडिशन मध्ये जर तुम्ही आधी मेस्मॅरिझम जर यूज केली मेथड तर त्या कंडिशन मध्ये युनिफॉर्मली बॉडी मध्ये व्हायटल फोर्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होणार आहे आणि त्या कंडिशन मध्ये त्याच्यानंतर जर तुम्ही होमिओपॅथिक मेडिसिनचा स्मॉल डोस दिला तर त्यानंतर पेशंट feels better or gives the better results. So this is the relationship between mesmerism and homeopathy. That is, if there is deficient vital force in the patient, in this case with a gentle mesmeric treatment you can redistribute the vital force, and after the even distribution of the vital force the small dose of the homeopathic medicines can give the effective results. Hahnemann stated that the curative force of mesmerism is often stupidly denied and declaimed for centuries. आणि ॲफोरिझम मध्ये त्यांनी ते पण सांगितले की इतकी वंडरफुल जी मेथड आहे ती एवढे दिवस काय राहिलेली डिनाइड अँड डिस्क्लेम राहिली फॉर centuries of time. So this is the relationship between homeopathy and the mesmerism. So this form of mesmerism is useful in the treatment of. मग कुठल्या कंडिशन मध्ये तुम्ही मेस्मॅरिझम मेथड ॲज अ थेरपॅटिक म्हणून यूज करू शकता तर त्याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी डिफरंट कंडिशन्स दिल्यात. त्याच्यामध्ये फर्स्ट वन दॅट इज इट इज युज्ड इन द युटेराइन हिमोरेज. इट कॅन बी युज्ड फॉर द rush of blood to the head. Then it can be used for old ulcer. It can be used for the insomnia. Then it can be used for restlessness from anxiety, that is over anxiety. Then amaurosis, that is a kind of blindness. Amaurosis means that is a blindness. And then paralysis of certain limbs. So these are the different condition in which you can use the method of mesmerism. That is, I will again repeat it: uterine hemorrhage, rush of blood to the head, old ulcer, insomnia, restlessness from anxiety, that is over anxiety, then amaurosis, that is a kind of blindness, then paralysis of certain limbs. In that cases, you can use the method of mesmerism. In this, I again repeat about the negative mesmerism, that is, it aims at reducing or drawing out an influx that has already accumulated in some part of the body. That is, what is the aim of negative mesmerism? That is at reducing or drawing out an influx that has already accumulated in some part of body, where there is accumulation of that energy in some part of body. It acts in the reverse order of the positive mesmerism, and by this process soothing and ventilating effects are produced by a rapid pass made by the flat extended hand held about 1 inch above and parallel to the body from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. The effect is produced. The pass is made rapidly. Hahnemann notes that the person to be mesmerized, either positively or negatively, must not wear silk, where a previously healthy woman suffers from a sudden suppression of her catamania, or a person suffer from excessive restlessness and sleeplessness, it may bring much benefit. In the former case, the discharge is restored, and the latter, there is a restoration of healthy, peaceful sleep. That is, after negative mesmerism, that the person feel a restoration of healthy state or a peaceful sleep after negative mesmerism. So what is negative mesmerism? That is, it is the redistribution of the energy in the body. In positive mesmerism, we use the will of a well intentioned person, and in this case the weak debilitated person, we give the energy to that person, that is weak debilitated person, by the powerful person, and this is by touching to the body of the powerful person to weak person. And in negative mesmerism, where there is undistribution of the energy, that undistribution make to distributed all over the body. In some part of body there is energy, and in other part of body there is not energy. In that case, we distribute that energy in the negative mesmerism. And negative mesmerism can be done a distant inch from the body. आपण बॉडीला टच करत नाहीयेत नेगेटिव्ह मेस्मॅरिझम मध्ये, फक्त पास काय करतोय, मल्टिपल पास आपण बॉडीवरनं पसरवत जातोय असे फक्त, फ्रॉम हेड टू फूट in the negative mesmerism. And it is a benefit method for the it is also used in the cases of shock, and it is also used in the general dysfunction, even to the extent of all appearance of the death. That is, it can be also used in the emergency cases. So this is regarding the positive mesmerism and negative mesmerism. After this, we see what is the therapeutic objective of this mesmerism. So what is the therapeutic objective? The ultimate therapeutic objective is to restore an equilibrium and harmony in body functions through the vital force. So what is the therapeutic objective? The ultimate objective is to restore an equilibrium and harmony in body functions through the vital force. That is, we have to maintain or restore the equilibrium and harmony of the body functions through the vital force. It appears to be quite in conformity with homeopathic principle, and even conductive when properly done. When it is properly done, it acts very nicely. That is, this is the therapeutic objective of this method, that is mesmerism. Then the mechanism of mesmerism, how the process of mesmerism is done. So it is probable that the curative effect of animal magnetism proceeds from the passes and manual processes which are called soothing and the ventilating. Soothing means it is a gentle touch, or ventilating, this is the ventilating to that particular part of the body through which the discharge of energy is made. A well-intentioned person powerfully exert his will on the sick with the honest objective either to remove a block or to fill void in the free movement of the vital force. So what is done, actually done in the process of mesmerism? It is done with a well-intentioned person powerfully exert his will. That is, well-intentioned person powerfully exert his will on the sick with the honest objective either to remove a block. If there is block of any energy, we have to remove the block, or if there is fill a void, that is fill a empty in the free movement of the vital force. If there is any lacking of the vital force, in that case we have to fill that gap, or we have to fill that empty space. If there is block, you have to remove that block, or if there is any empty space, you have to fill that space by these methods of mesmerism. His powerfully exerted will is communicated by contact or from a distance of an inch through the passes that are made with the flat palms of the extended hand, beginning from the top of the head down to the tips of the toes. So this is the mechanism how the mesmerism is done. This is mechanism what we see. This is the method in which we block, remove the block, or we fill the gap between the, that is lacking in the vital force. And this is the method that is done by the powerful intent person. So powerfully exerted will is communicated by contact or by distance of an inch through the passes that are made with the flat palms of the extended hands, beginning from the top of the toes to the head down to the tips of the toes. Such passes may be made very vigorously or rapidly, or these may be moderate or low according to the size of the imbalance. So what is the condition? Accordingly the passes are done. These operations have many times helped in emergent conditions, even in cases of hastening death, that it can be used in the emergency conditions. Then history records many such instances. Mesmerism may be abused by too frequent passes on weak person. This is dangerous and termed somnambulism. That is, if there is any side effect of mesmerism, that condition we called it as a somnambulism. The quality of the effective mesmerizer is also initiated. He is too sexually restrained, powerful in will, and pure in motive. That is the mesmerizer. The mesmerizer must be a very intense person, having a ideal person. He must have a pure motive, and he must be a good person. Then and then we use that mesmerizer. If mesmerizer not having the pure motive, in that case the patient may feel the any side effect, and that side effect we call it as a somnambulism. So this is the mechanism of mesmerism. So this is regarding the aphorism number 288 and 289. In this, Dr. Hahnemann explained about the method of mesmerism, which is discovered by the scientist, that is Mesmer. Some information about Mesmer, that is when he, that is full name of Mesmer. Then he born in 1734. Then after this he became graduated from the University of Vienna as a doctor of medicine on the thesis of influence of planets on the human body. Then he discovered the therapeutic method, that is wonderful therapeutic method, that is mesmerism. And mesmerism, it is a communication of human power upon the human organism by well intentioned person powerfully exerting his will. Then it is divided into positive mesmerism and negative mesmerism. Positive mesmerism having single pass, negative mesmerism having multiple pass. Then mesmerism, it is a method that we use to block or to remove a block or to fill the gap of movement of the vital force. Then his therapeutic method, So we will again join with a meeting. We'll wait for 2 minutes for joining others. So I think join most of. So these are the aphorisms 288 and 289 regarding the mesmerism. Understand? Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear? Parikshit?
आहे.
आवाज येतोय ना?
हा आता येतोय.
हां.
हा मॅम आला.
So we studied aphorism 288 and 289, that is regarding the mesmerism. All of you understand? There may be short note or 10 marks question on mesmerism. Understand or not?
येस मॅम.
कळालंय का सगळ्यांना mesmerism? कोणाला काही डिफिकल्टी आहे का? रिपीट करू का परत एकदा?
नोट्स असतील तर द्या ना.
हा मॅम.
नोट्स तुम्ही काढा ना. नोट्स तशा नाही आहेत, मी बुक्स मधनं असंच सांगते.
तुम्ही द्या ना मॅम.
आता पॉइंट्स तुम्ही
चांगले असतात ना म्हणून.
पॉइंट्स तुम्ही लिहून घ्या फक्त. आता सांगते मी, आणखी वेळ आहे आपल्याला, परत रिजॉईन केली आपण मीटिंग. फक्त फास्ट लिहा, चालेल का? नाहीतर मी पॉइंट्स परत एकदा रिपीट करते, मग त्याच्यानंतर आपलं इंटरॅक्शन सेक्शन पण राहिले आणखी. हॅलो, हॅलो, येतोय का आवाज सगळ्यांना?
हो मॅम.
नोट्स असे लिहिलेलं नाही आहेत मी सेपरेट, बुक्स मधनं डायरेक्ट सांगतेय. हॅलो, बोला कोणीतरी. मेस्मॅरिझम कळालंय का? मेन बेसिक काय मेस्मॅरिझम? आलिशा,
हाँ मैम बोलो.
समझा क्या?
मैम
बोलना एक बार. एक बार रिपीट करना है, क्या समझा है सबको? अस्मिता,
येस मॅम.
कळालंय का?
हो मॅम. पण मॅम ते कंडिशन्स म्हणजे कोणत्या कंडिशन्स वर यूज होतं ते नाही ऐकायला आलं.
त्या कंडिशन्स त्यांनी दिलेल्या आहेत: युटेराइन हिमोरेज, रश ऑफ ब्लड टू द हेड, ओल्ड अल्सर, इन्सोमनिया म्हणजे स्लीपलेसनेसनेस, देन रेस्टलेसनेस फ्रॉम एन्झायटी अँड ॲमेरोसिस, दॅट इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ ब्लाइंडनेस. आय डिसीज आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये ब्लाइंडनेस होतं, ॲमेरोसिस. अँड पॅरालिसिस ऑफ सर्टन लिम्स, म्हणजे पॅरालिसिस कंडिशनमध्ये पण तुम्ही मेस्मॅरिझम यूज करू शकता. तर ह्या डिफरंट कंडिशन आहे. त्याच्यासोबतच जे नेगेटिव्ह मेस्मॅरिझम सांगितलं त्यांनी, तर इट कॅन बी युज्ड फॉर एमर्जन्सी केसेस अँड फॉर अ शॉक, म्हणजेच एमर्जन्सी केसेसमध्ये पण तुम्ही करू शकता यूज मेस्मॅरिझम. त्यांनी
मेकॅनिझम सांगा ना.
मेकॅनिझममध्ये त्यांनी सांगितलेलं आहे की आपण काय करतो, जे काही पास यूज करतो, म्हणजे एक वेल इंटेन्स्ड पर्सन आहे, मग तो पर्सन कसा पाहिजे, एकदम वेल इंटेन्स पाहिजे, ITL पाहिजे, त्याला काही डिसऑर्डर नाही पाहिजे, त्याचे बॉडी पार्ट्स सगळे चांगले पाहिजे, व्यवस्थित पाहिजे, त्याचं मोटिव्ह पण चांगलं पाहिजे, म्हणजे आपण पुढच्याला ट्रीट करतोय असं त्याचं मोटिव्ह पण पाहिजे. तर असा जो व्यक्ती आहे, जो की मेथड यूज करतोय मेस्मॅरिझमची, तर तो कसा पाहिजे, एकदम आयडियल पाहिजे. तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये तो काय करतो, पॉझिटिव्ह पास आणि नेगेटिव्ह पास यूज करतो. मग पॉझिटिव्ह पासमध्ये त्यांनी काय सांगितलं, पॉझिटिव्ह पास म्हणजे काय की तो काय करतो की सिंगल पास यूज करतो. मग पॉझिटिव्ह पास मेनली काय करतात, ते बॉडीला टच करून करतात, आणि तो अनडेबिलेटेड पर्सनमध्ये आपण मोस्टली यूज करतो पॉझिटिव्ह पास, की जो काही पेशंट आहे त्याच्यामध्ये अजिबात एनर्जी नाही आहे, आणि जो काही मेस्मरायझर आहे त्याच्याकडं लॉट ऑफ एनर्जी आहे, म्हणजे तो पॉवरफुल आहे, तर तो त्याची एनर्जी त्याला काय करतोय, पास करतोय. तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये तो त्याच्या बॉडीला टच करतो, आणि फ्रॉम हेड टू फूट तो पास काय करतो, स्लोली, एकदम स्लोली पण नाही आणि एकदम फास्ट पण नाही, तर तो एकदम हाताच्या मुवमेंटनं पाम्स ऑफ हँडनं काय करतो, स्लोली ते पाम्स त्याच्या टिप ऑफ टोजपर्यंत घेऊन जातो, फ्रॉम हेड टू टिप ऑफ टोजपर्यंत. हे झालं पॉझिटिव्ह पासमध्ये. आणि नेगेटिव्ह पासमध्ये काय करतात ते, की मल्टिपल पास यूज करतात, त्याच्यात पण पाम ऑफ हँडच यूज करतात. तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये पण नेगेटिव्ह पासमध्ये ते बॉडीला टच करत नाहीत. आणि नेगेटिव्ह पासमध्ये काय की तुमची बॉडीमध्ये एनर्जी आहे, पण ती कुठल्या तरी पार्टमध्ये जाऊन बसली आहे, म्हणजे एका पार्टचं डिसऑर्डर आहे, आणि एनर्जी ते काय म्हणतात की एका पार्टमध्ये ॲक्युमुलेटेड झाली आणि दुसरा पार्ट पूर्ण एम्प्टी आहे, तर तो पार्ट आपल्याला काय करायचा आहे, फील करायचा आहे. जो काही गॅप पडला आहे तर तो काय करायचा, फील करायचा. त्या कंडिशनमध्ये ते मल्टिपल पासेस म्हणजे फ्रॉम हेड टू फूट काय करतात की मल्टिपल पासेस यूज करतात आणि मुवमेंट ऑफ हँड करतात फ्रॉम हेड टू फूटपर्यंत. दॅट इज नेगेटिव्ह पास. मग ही मेकॅनिझम आहे. आणि याच्यामध्ये जर जो वेल इंटेन्स पर्सन असेल, पॉवरफुल पर्सन असेल आणि त्याचा मोटिव्ह जर प्युअर असेल आणि तो हेल्दी असेल तरच त्याचे साईड इफेक्ट येत नाही आहेत. पण जर तुम्ही मेस्मरायझर जर डिफेक्टिव्ह असेल तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये तुम्हाला त्याच्यामध्ये साईड इफेक्ट दिसून येतात जर तुम्ही मेस्मरायझमची प्रोसेस जर यूज केली तर. आणि जे काही साईड इफेक्ट आहेत त्याला काय म्हणतात ते, दॅट इज सोमनॅब्युलिझम. That condition it is called as a somnambulism. That is many side effects of mesmerism. So this is the mechanism of mesmerism. मग मेस्मॅरिझमचे जे काही पॉईंट्स आहेत तर त्याच्यामध्ये फर्स्ट पॉईंट काय येणार आहे की तुम्ही काय यूज करायचं आहे, दॅट इज मेथड ऑफ मेस्मॅरिझम. इट इज अ मेथड ऑफ using the communication of human power upon the human organism by well-intentioned person, and this is discovered by the Mesmer. So Mesmer, some introduction about the Mesmer. Full name of Mesmer, when he was born, then how he became the graduated from the Vienna University, then what was his thesis, that is his thesis was that is the influence of the planet upon the human organism. This is some information about the Mesmer. Then there are two methods of mesmerism, that is positive mesmerism and negative mesmerism. How positive mesmerism making, then how negative mesmerism is done, then what is the relationship between homeopathy and the mesmerism, how Hahnemann started to use the process of mesmerism. In this case, that is Hahnemann acknowledged that there is vital force that is deficient in the body, and in this case when we use the homeopathic medicine, that is well selected homeopathic medicines do not give the result. In that case, when you use the gentle mesmeric method, after that the small doses of homeopathic medicine can be cure the patient very nicely. So this is the relationship between homeopathy and the mesmerism, and there are different conditions in which we use the method of mesmerism. That is, it can be used in the uterine hemorrhage, it can be used in the rush of blood to the head, that it can be used for old ulcer, that it can be used for insomnia, then that is over anxiety, amaurosis and paralysis of certain limbs. So these are the different conditions in which you use the method of mesmerism. So this is regarding the mesmerism. And lastly, the how the mechanism of mesmerism is done. So these are the aphorisms that are regarding the mesmerism, 288 and 289. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any difficulty? Anyone?
मॅम नेगेटिव्ह नाही समजलं मी.
Method of negative mesmerism. It is a method in which is used for a discharge of vital force, where there is accumulation of vital force in some part of body and deficient in other part of body. In that case, we have to redistribute the vital force in whole body. In that case, we use the negative mesmerism, and that negative mesmerism that is accumulated to excess in individual part or system of undebilitated person. In that case, we use the negative mesmerism, and it is done by very rapid motion of a palms from the head to the tip of the toes. It is done with a inch of distance from the body with a palms, and that can be done from the head to the tip of the toes. So this is the negative mesmerism. In positive mesmerism, we use only a single pass by touching the body of to the patient, that is palm of the hand touch to the body of the patient in positive mesmerism. And in negative mesmerism, there is no touching to the body of patient, it is an inch of distance from the body of the patient. And in negative mesmerism, we use the multiple movement of a or motion of a palm of hand from head to foot. Understand?
Okay, ma'am.
So these are the different methods, that is positive mesmerism and negative mesmerism. So we covered these two aphorisms and the long questions, that is it may be a for 10-mark question or a 5-mark short note, that is mesmerism. So in previous lecture we covered magnet therapy, in today's lecture mesmerism. Now in next lecture we will study about the massage and bath. All this system, that is therapeutic method of treating the patient. Next lecture, that is massage and bath. Massage aphorism number 290 and 291, that is regarding the bath. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So any difficulty regarding previous lecture and today's lecture? You have to prepare your own notes.
Yes, ma'am.
So while I will,
Okay, ma'am.
when I explaining you, you can take a running notes. नोटबुक आणि पेन घेऊन बसा सोबत. मागच्या वेळी पण सांगितलंय मी, आणि मी सांगताना मग रनिंग नोट्स घेऊ शकता तुम्ही आणि नंतर हे करा. आणि मी जेव्हा तुम्हाला नोट्स पाठवायला सांगते तेव्हा नोट्स पाठवायच्यात, ॲफोरिझम लिहून पाठवायचा नाहीये. एक्झाममध्ये तुम्ही ॲफोरिझम लिहित नाही, त्याचं एक्सप्लेनेशन लिहावं लागतं.
हो.
कळतंय का सगळ्यांना?
हो,
हो,
मॅम.
मॅम.
मग क्वेश्चन्स विचारू का? विचारू? What is magnet therapy? What is magnet therapy? Anyone? Saili? Yes, Saili? Siddhi, what is magnet therapy? सांगितली ना मी, आता रिपीट केली होती. ऐकताय ना तुम्ही सगळे की झोपले?
नाही, मॅम.
काय मॅग्नेट थेरपी?
It is also known as mineral magnetism.
यस, सायली सांग. सिद्धी? सिद्धी येतोय का आवाज? प्रज्ञा?
हा, मॅम.
येतोय ना आवाज? काय मॅग्नेट थेरपी? मागचं पूर्ण लेक्चर घेतलंय मॅग्नेट थेरपी. Which are the aphorisms that are related to magnet therapy?
286 and 287.
What is problem to Saili and Siddhi? आवाज येत नाहीये का? What are the types of magnet?
magnet, North Pole magnet and South Pole magnet.
मॅम परमनंट मॅग्नेट आहे
मॅम मी
इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेट.
प्रेझेंट आहे सिद्धी. नेटवर्क इश्यू आवाजच येत नाहीये.
Okay. Yes, Parikshit. These are the two types of magnet, that is electromagnet and permanent magnet.
परमनंट
And
मॅग्नेट.
North Pole, South Pole and whole magnet. These are the remedies that is prepared by Dr. Hahnemann. Which is the antidote that is used for the side effect of magnet?
Zinc
Zinc
metallicum.
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 Then what are the characteristics of magnet?
It must have two poles. Opposite pole attracts and like pole repels.
Yes. Deepali? दीपाली, देवांशी?
हाँ मैम.
क्या है कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, क्या है मैग्नेट के? दीपाली?
मैम शॉक में स्लीपलेसनेस में यूज होता है.
I am asking the characteristic of magnet, not the negative mesmerism. You have to attend to. Yes, Jyoti? सगळ्यांनी लक्ष देऊन ऐकायचंय. एक दोन जणांनी सांगत असले की बाकीच्यांनी झोपा काढायच्या नाहीयेत. ऐकताय ना सगळे?
Oh ma'am.
हा मॅम.
What are the precautions you take while using the magnet therapy?
No cold things should be given.
Watches are not allowed.
Yes.
Or cold bath
Cold bath allowed or not?
not allowed.
Yes.
Not.
Should not get wet in rain.
Yes.
Contraindication to pregnant women, children and weaker ladies.
Yes. Alisha? Yes. Jyoti? Any more precaution?
मॅम बेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट मॉर्निंग मध्ये दिल्यावर होते.
Okay, all you understand about magnet therapy and mesmerism? Hope so.
Yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll stop here. In next lecture we will see about massage and bath, that is aphorism number 290 and 291. So you have to prepare notes on these aphorisms. First aphorism 287, 286 and 287, that is magnet therapy. 288 and 289, that is mesmerism. You have to prepare notes and also learn about these methods. In next lecture